Hello and welcome to a new episode of our podcast From Fear to Faith. Real stories of trust and surrender. My name is Doris Bell and I'm here with
Gunilla.
Gunilla Henriksson.
Yes.
Yeah. Hi, Gunilla. Nice to meet you again here. And today we will again share some stories with our clients or whoever is listening to this podcast or whoever is watching the recording. And you have an interesting new story to share with us. Would you mind to explain a bit?
Yes. Yes, we're talking about fear and fate, right? And I was on a beautiful beach in the Dominican Republic and just enjoying it. And I saw these two dogs, an older one and a smaller one, a puppy.
Mm.
And suddenly the puppy wanted to start playing with me. And
Mm.
it was so cute.
Mm.
And suddenly it's just, how babies or puppies are. They want to play and they have these really sharp teeth.
Mhm, mhm.
So suddenly it just poops, it came to into my arm and bit my arm
Oh,
and it started bleeding. And I know that in the Dominican Republic there is a chance that you get rabies. So I wasn't too happy about it. I actually got scared.
yeah.
And I was going back to Sweden in just like, I think, 2 days.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't know anything about how to vaccinate and anything. So I got scared. But I said, okay, I need to wait a couple of hours before we get to where my friend lives in the
Mm.
big city where there are hospitals. Because we were out of nowhere, very far away from, any society people. Okay, so I just, calmed myself a little bit, but it was coming around in my head, of course.
Mhm, mhm.
Um, and then I think like half an hour later, I was, walking on the beach and I was stung from a bee in my foot.
Oh,
And I got so scared
my
because
dear.
because I have had I got this shocks from bees before. I don't know what you call it. When you have to go to the hospital very fast and have a shock.
Yeah, yeah, allergic
And-
shock.
Yeah, allergic shock.
Oh, my
So I
dear.
was, I was like, oh no. But then I was like, very, very fast. I was like calming myself, feeling the roots. And I said, I asked my intuition,
Mhm.
and how is it, is it okay? And it said, just be calm, Gunilla. You can handle this. Be
Mhm.
calm, you can handle it. And I was breathing and I was focusing on the
Mm.
bee stung and just imagine it was all fine, I saw
Mm.
myself being fine in, my whole body.
Mhm, mhm.
And after a while, I didn't feel anything, and I was like, ah,
Yeah,
I everything was fine.
yeah.
And so I managed, through my thoughts to calm myself and say, I can handle this, and also see that everything was fine, in my foot. And yeah, so that was one thing. And then when we came back to the big town,
Mhm.
that was to contact, the hospital, and then the first doctor said, no, we can't do anything because you're going to Sweden, in just a few days. But
Mm.
then another doctor said, no, we need to start giving you the vaccine right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. The
Yeah.
antidote. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
And Yeah, so fear and fate, and everything turned out well.
Wonderful. So for me, it sounds as if your mind was stronger than your immune system. So you directed the immune system to
Mm.
stay calm.
Yes.
Although in the past you had this allergic shock,
Mm.
which means your body, your immune system detects an invader
Mm.
and then overreacts.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you were obviously that calm
Mm.
that you could direct your immune system
Yes.
and over talk it,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Yeah, wow, this is wonderful.
Mm.
Yeah,
You
I
can,
mean,
I mean, you can.
we know that a lot of allergic reactions have to do with our mindset.
Mm.
Yeah, so if we feel weak, for example, um, or we have like emotional problems,
Mm.
we are much more susceptible to allergic reactions.
Yes. Yeah,
But
exactly.
this was wonderful.
Mm.
Great. So
Mm.
you could still enjoy the beach
Yeah.
and
It's yeah,
this
you can.
remote place,
What are you saying that?
the remote place that you
Yeah.
described.
Yeah.
I mean, that was wonderful.
Mm. Yes. So that was my story for today.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. Wow. Yeah.
Thank you. And what about you, Doris? I want to
Yeah, I have
hear.
a totally different kind of story picked for today. So actually, that is really from my working life. That might be very boring compared to your beach experience. But yeah, now that we are speaking, I can share it as well. Um, so I used to work in industry for many, many years. And there was a time when the management, the upper management, decided out of a sudden to close the business I was working in. Yeah, so it was for me and for everyone else working on that project completely without warning. So they just stopped it. Yeah, which meant that they just wanted to get rid of me. So they offered me a termination agreement. Yeah, and I was like, oh, so it's like that moment you get black and you don't know what does it mean for the future and did I do anything wrong?
Oh.
Yeah, so you then have these self-doubts and yeah, I mean, looking back, it had nothing to do with me or my performance. Yeah, so because in the project, even if I was the marketing manager, there were a lot of different, let's say, circumstances and the market, the environment around, yeah, and missing clients and everything, and the impatience of the management before they had maybe better numbers.
Mm.
But in that moment, it felt like a, a world, my world was breaking down. Yeah.
Mm.
It had taken me some time to get in such a good position, and I really loved it. I was traveling a lot. I was an important player in that project, and I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed my job. So then the first reaction could have been, yeah, to shake hand, to take that agreement, yeah, but or to I don't know, to just to hide and cry, yeah, and be desperate. But I went to a representative of an association, yeah, and that this professional association, there was someone who, yeah, I described the situation, and then he explained a bit my rights, Yeah, so that they could not, because I was already like 4 years in that company, they could not just hire me, yeah, without any argument or whatever. And then they said, yeah, you have to say as like a key sentence, I want to stay in the company. Yeah, and with that were like magic words. I even didn't fully understand the scope of that sentence those days, but that indicated to HR and the managers that I know my rights. It will not be easy for them to get rid of me. I stay my ground
Yes.
and I know my worth.
Ah.
So that was then, having said that, they left me a little bit in doubt, yeah, but so some weeks went over, and I thought, okay, so I could do maybe a MBA if they don't have a role for me, a job, a good task. Then I go and make an MBA, and they say, yeah, you can do this. So please sign here the termination agreement, sign it here, and then you can apply again later. And I said to myself, come on, no, I will not sign that termination agreement. So either I can do the MBA now, or and then I started look around, and it was a lot of courage that I have to take to to because I didn't have that network in this big company, but I knew some people who knew other people. And I just reached out to some of them and said, listen, would you have a job for me? So this was really like a leap of faith for me to do this self-marketing, and yeah, and do that for myself.
Yes.
Um, yeah, and then 2 weeks later, um, I got a call from one of these managers that I had spoken to, and he said, yeah, listen, I have a job for you. Would you like to work for me? And he explained it, and it was in Central Research Department. So not anything I would have thought of, because I love to work in operative business. But that was an interesting year I had there, because then afterwards, there was a new business unit that built up, and they just invited me to join that new business unit. And there, whoa, I made some career steps. Yeah, and I had several very, very good years in that new position. So if I would not have uh, taken my ground and just said with yeah, maybe more confidence to the outside than I had inside,
Yeah.
that
Yes.
I want to continue. Uh, I think in the end, I stayed 12 years in that company, and it was really, really good. And I had leadership positions later on, just because I had that interim position.
Whoa,
Yeah.
wow. So actually what happened, it was a good thing, even though it really felt awful at that moment, but then
Yeah.
everything like opened up because of this.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm currently reading again a little book called U Square, which
Yeah.
is from an author, Price Pritchett, Dr. Price Pritchett. And here it is really explained what that means. So you just have to start. You have to have the faith that all the possibilities are within you. You are capable. Um, and even if you don't know the final steps that lead you, yeah, you just say the goal is, and
Yeah.
here my goal was, I want to stay in the company. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to have other good jobs that I had before. And
Yeah.
then it turned out the jobs I had afterwards were even numbers better.
Yeah,
More
exactly.
interesting, more challenging, more rewarding,
Yeah.
and better paid. Yeah.
Perfect.
So that was like Doris Square, you could say.
Yes.
And that was, yes, I just did it.
Yeah, I love it. It's
Yeah,
yeah, leap of faith, really.
yeah,
That's
yeah. Yeah,
wow.
I was
Thank you
really
so much.
reminded, yeah, reminded to this situation when I was reading through the booklet.
Yeah.
So I
Well,
can just,
thank you so much for sharing.
yeah, you're welcome. So maybe to anyone who's listening, so that little book is really worth
Exactly.
reading, Leap
Yes.
Square. Yeah,
Yes,
and
I love it too. It's
yeah, and I mean, we have received that hint from our mentor. And I think those days when she spoke about it, Shimrit Nativ, um, I did not really read it. Yeah, or only single paragraphs. But
yeah.
now, over the last weeks, I just read it completely, and wow, it blowed up my mind. And
Yeah, it
maybe
is.
now I am more susceptible for it and more
Yes.
open, and I fully understand the meaning behind the
Yeah.
words.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So, Gunilla, anything else to share for today? Or
No, I think we are finished for today. And yeah, we have a new episode next week.
yeah, so we hope you enjoyed it, and stay with us, stay curious. And we can only invite you if there is anything you want to ask us, or that
Yeah.
you would like us maybe to cover in one of the next episodes.
Mm.
Just write us, leave a comment on Spotify, or I think we also put it on the YouTube channel
Mm.
so that you can find us there as well. Um, and yeah, so we are looking forward to have you here in our next episode. Bye
Yes.
bye.
Yeah, bye.